Hello. Today we are going to talk about modals plus present perfect and how they can be used for advice, to give advice. So, uh, the most important thing we need to remember when using modals plus present perfect to give advice is that we are noticing, we see something now, and we give advice about the past cause that made what is happening now happen. Okay, so the modals we will use when giving advice with modals plus present perfect are might, could, should, and ought to. Okay. Be careful though. Notice we will not use could not, and we will not use must not, or must and must not. Let me write that in. Okay. So remember, could not is only for the logical conclusion function, and must not are the same. With modals in the present perfect, they're only for a logical conclusion. Okay. Also notice that might, could, should, and ought to are in order. Okay, and this order is from kind of soft or polite to uh, less polite and stronger. Okay, so if my friend gets a bad grade on the test and they say, I might give advice, and I might say, oh, you might have studied harder, or you could have studied harder. Okay. But if I say, you should study harder, or you should have studied harder, or you ought to have studied harder, that's much stronger advice. Okay. So that is all for this session. We will have one follow-up part 2 session for modals and present perfect plus advice. So please stay tuned.